Hi everyone, alongside Mike Trossel, I'm Dave Giancola, and thank you for joining us for History Makers. Well, Mike, what is there to say about Tiger Woods' dominant performance in the 2000 U.S. Open out at Pebble Beach that hasn't already been said?
Well, Dave, it was historic in many ways, but it's also important to remember the Woods entered the 2000 U.S. Open still looking for his first U.S. Open win. Now, he had two other majors, but it had been more than 3 years since his memorable win in the 1997 Masters, and he also won a PGA Championship the year before.
Well, let's not forget, he's already a six-time USGA champion, having won the junior amateur and amateur 3 times each. That's right. Woods was still somehow in the early portion of his legendary career. So let's take a look at the best of his 2000 masterpiece out on the Monterey Peninsula.
He's got 281 yards to the hole, 259 to the front right, which is where I think he'll aim. He has got the driver.
It's a dangerous shot. If you come at it to the right, there's OB. Left is also OB if he hits it long left. Once he hit probably right at the pin with a fade, and he's come over it. You can see and necked it. Is it coming back, Mark?
No, it's headed to the left rough, just short of the bunker.
I'll tell you, that's interesting to see if it reaches that tree or if it's just short. He is the best that's ever been at this kind of shot out of long rough.
To 14. Tiger Woods coming out of that deep rough, his third shot, Mark.
Really hard to describe, Dan, just how good that shot was. He had to play it under the tree, land it in the long rough, and have it jump out. Incredible short game the man has.
That was, I can't believe he pulled that off.
So now he's got that, guys, for his 5th birdie of the day. What an up and down again this would be, Mark Rolfing.
It really would. Tiger plays absolutely with no fear at all, Johnny. I mean, there are not probably a dozen players in the field that would even try that shot.
So Tiger Woods has tied Miguel Angel Jimenez for the lead in the U.S. Open.
But I really do believe, I get this hunch that Tiger's going to break every U.S. Open record this week and win by maybe a big margin. I just think it's going to be not maybe a Masters, his first Masters win, but I just had the feeling if he could get off to a great start, which he has done, it could be a week that he just says, see ya, guys.
Wow, Johnny, that's quite a statement, just 13 holes into this championship. But
I talked to him yesterday when he was out there for the last 4 or 5 holes. Probably wanted to get rid of me, but I mean, I kept talking to him and Butch Harmon and even different guys, and it's just amazing where he's at in his game right now. He's at the young part of his prime, which is sort of bulletproof. You feel like you can just tear out anybody's throat, you know. Everything is right on green light. Look at that swing. He just absolutely flailed. Might be a little right. He got his body a little faster in his arms. That's his big
very
problem.
Aggressive tee shot.
It is high and well right, Johnny.
Not the best of angles to shoot at this flag.
It's not the best of angles and not the best of lies either. I think he could have actually dropped it a little bit closer to the fairway, which would have given him more of a bare lie.
Good wind, though, to come down softly, isn't it?
It is, and he's only got 90 yards. Needs to get up. Well, I think maybe he thought that would be the result. He played it left of the bunker, which was a good, smart shot.
15, Tiger Woods' third shot.
Not a particularly easy shot here. He needs to negotiate the mound on the right side of the green. He has left it below the hole. Another great play.
Par putt now for Tiger Woods, and it's interesting, you heard him comment to his caddy, Steve Woods, the ball checked up a little quicker. He's changed golf balls here recently, and he said that's the one thing he's had to watch for. Ball spinning a little more as he plays his approach shots around the green. So a good safe par there for Tiger. He'll remain at 5 under.
17, Tiger Woods. The leader by 1, a 4-iron.
It's going to be a big 4-iron. Beautiful swing. Look at that balance. And look at that. Just everybody likes it. Yeah, that's hard to believe you can hit a 4-iron through that green into the wind.
Woods plays the 17th.
Downhill pitch shot there, very fast, and did not do a real good job in judging that speed there, but he leaves himself a nice straight uphill putt.
Now Tiger for par at 17, Mark.
Back up the hill, a little bit of a slow putt. The wind has definitely picked up, it's right into him.
Wow.
What a save.
How good is he coming back after pushing it by the cup?
This one is absolutely bombed high right down the center.
That is sweet.
And I would think if he wanted to, he could reach this green from there.
It's going to be well past those trees. Not many guys have the opportunity to go for this green with an iron with no helping wind, really, just a cross wind. See how heroic he is here. He's got a chance to shoot 65.
This ball is headed right at the flag. It's up into the fog, disappears, and I believe comes up in the front bunker.
Tiger Woods now, his third shot. If he pars this hole, he would post the lowest score on this golf course in the Open. 66 by Gil Morgan in the first round, and 92 is the lowest at Pebble in an Open.
On this upslope, this should be just a piece of cake for him, isn't it, Mark?
He certainly is not thinking about a par right now. He wants to get it up and down for birdie, Johnny.
I mean, he might even be thinking one lower than that. This could go down. Only 23 putts so far. Probably end up with 24 with the normal bunker shot. It was hunting the hole.
Well, when he gets that one in, Johnny, it will be an incredible round of golf. It was a picture-perfect round. The closest thing he made to a bogey was the par save at 17, and other than that, he played fabulous.
For a 65.
Nothing to it, straight in.
Last time a 65 shot in the Open, Paul Azinger in the final round at Olympic Club back in '98. Tiger Woods came into this championship, Johnny, as the favorite, and after this first round is complete for him, no one's going to be changing their minds.
First time you pull out the driver, it a lot of times sets the tone for the whole round of golf. So this is an important tee shot.
The rough on the left-hand side is way worse than the rough on the right, but that will not be a problem for Mr. Woods.
Again, this is a 484-yard par 4. Played as a par 5 in the 3 previous championships here at Pebble Beach.
Well, that was a launch right there. See you standing above the ball. Sometimes you can come over the top of it. And that lie.
It's headed a little bit right. Oh, and that ball did get down into the bunker, so that's a good break. Needs to kind of flop it up and land it maybe 5 or 6 feet short of the hole.
Got it up and in every time yesterday, as I said earlier. He was in one bunker, got that up and in. This is going to test his skill here. This should probably go 6 to 8 feet past the cup. Look at how open that club face is. Wow.
Well, he made a few of those for par yesterday. We'll see if he has more of it left.
Probably the toughest par putt he's had yet. Just back down the hill, a little bit into the wind.
It's not an easy green to read, Mark.
No, it isn't. It slopes toward the front, so you would think this may turn a little right.
With the iron, I would imagine he'd go right at the tower, huh, Gary?
I would think that would be a very good line. The fairway does tend to slope a little bit from right to left, so you can utilize that to make the ball move left.
Looks like he's going to play that draw shot he hit at the Players' Championship off 18. He's aiming right.
Oh, okay.
Pretty much a straight shot here. Tiger Woods now has 140 yards. Almost all the shots from this part of the fairway have been played 15 or 20 feet left of the flag.
The location's way over on the right there.
He had started just left, cutting a little bit. Good smart shot.
Tiger Woods taking a look at this birdie putt.
Gary, you and I putted a few balls toward this hole location on Wednesday afternoon. This is one of the toughest putts at Pebble Beach to read. People just keep thinking it's going to go right hard to the right from here, and it doesn't do it.
He's up far enough in the green that it might go a little bit more than if he was, you know, a little short of the hole. But you're right. I think this does move a little right. The one to the right of him is dead straight.
Oh, he's got the line, he's got the speed, and yet another birdie. Tiger Woods to 7 under par.
Putting on a putting clinic, I can tell you that. What do you think, guys? This one going to get hit very hard?
I think he's going to try, although it's cooling off, Roger. And Tiger's been doing a lot of stretching. Looks like he's almost stiffening up a little bit.
Well, he's lost that to the right.
This is a mile in the air, needs to come down quick.
Well, it'll all depend on the lie.
I would say that half of the field would pitch it back into the fairway, but certainly not Tiger. He's got 202 yards to the hole. I think he could probably get a 7 or 8 iron on it. He may get it all the way up there.
Look at this. Look at this. You think strength is not an advantage?
It's just not a fair fight.
No, it really isn't, Roger. I mean, that is phenomenal. Puts it on the green, 15 feet from the hole.
My question is, how do you beat that? I mean, I agree with you, Gary. Half the field would say, look over to the fairway and say, I'm just going to pitch it out over here, and I'm going to try to make a 5.
Well, look at the smile on his face. Look at the smile on Steve Williams' face. They know that he's the only man in the field that can do it. Here, Steve, you tell you what, that was some shot. If you impress him, you impress Steve Williams, you've done something, because he's seen a lot of good ones from Tiger. Tiger Woods with Mark, I would have to say a makeable eagle putt.
I think so, Gary. It's going to turn a little bit left at first coming off of this hill over here, and really was a remarkable shot. He walked past me coming up the hill, and he said, I guess that one will do, won't it? And I said, tell me you hit a 7 iron. He goes, yep. 202 yards out of the rough, up the hill, 7 iron. You're right, Raj. It's not a fair fight.
It's just not a fair fight. Well, there have been 4 eagles recorded here so far.
2 yesterday, Roger, 2 today.
I just get the sense there's going to be a 5th.
Putt has been missed to the left by a lot of players from this position, not reading quite enough break into it. Let's see if Tiger can read it properly. No, that's been the tendency from there. Tiger for his tap-in birdie. That is the 35th birdie of the day here at the 6th hole, the easiest hole on the golf course. Tiger Woods back to 7 under par and back to a 2-shot lead.
Can't help but think, Mark Rolfing, about the differentiation and the strength that it took to hit that 7 iron on the last hole, and now the delicate touch that it'll take to hit this shot right here.
He's always had the strength, Murph, you know, since he came out on the tour, but it's really only in the last year that he has perfected this shot. He has worked so hard on it. Totally in control from this distance now.
Only been 1 hole-in-1 on this hole in open play. Weiskopf in '82.
Just right of the flag. What a shot.
What a shot is right. Tiger made birdie here in the first round. Very solid.
And back at 8T, Tiger starts this difficult stretch. That's playing a shot and 3/4 over par today.
This shot is leaking a little bit to the right, needs a good bounce. Just into the intermediate rough, which will make a huge difference. And he wishes he was in the fairway, Mike. It just went into the intermediate rough, but it is sitting down. And not only was it crooked, but it was very short. He's got 215 to the hole. So this is a tremendously difficult shot.
Well, with that said, what's he got? 7 iron? 6 iron?
I would think it's probably a 6, Roger. There just is nowhere to miss it except that little sliver of fairway short if you're going to do anything.
Hard part is holding the green. Hard to get as much spin on the ball out of this.
This one is very high and soft. What a shot.
That is a wonderful shot, and a shot that not many players can play. The luxury of going in with a 6 iron from that distance, getting the ball to come out as high as he did and as soft as he did, just out of the realm of other players' abilities.
Got it in a nice spot here now. It's below the hole, cutting back up the hill. It is going to break pretty hard to his right.
Look at all the people still in the stands out here.
7:15 local time and has cooled off dramatically in the last 90 minutes.
I can promise you they will not be leaving this course until Tiger Woods does.
Well, I'll tell you, there aren't as many here around 18 right now. They're out there watching one man.
Woods for par. For the day, 8 under for the championship. Fabulous.
Can't argue with you.
I think
Pretty
you'll
good
see
little
a
hop
little
there.
smile out of Tiger there. He knows that ball was short and right.
At 11 to get to 8 under par.
Very difficult short putt here, not much more than 4 feet. A putt you really have to hit defensively, don't you think, Mark?
I think he does, especially at this stage of the game. He's going to play it, I would think, nearly a cup outside, maybe even a little more, but he cannot hit it firm.
Well, he did, and he hit it right in the center.
When he won at Memorial a few weeks ago, he had a 29-hole stretch of 17 under par. This 29-hole stretch was not as explosive, but just as impressive, if not more. 8 under in a U.S. Open.
Only 16% of the field has hit this green in regulation today. So that tells you how hard it is, but this is the man that probably can hit it higher and spin it harder than anybody else in the field. That's why I said I'd rather come back and try it tomorrow.
Pulled it slightly toward the center of the green.
Good shot. Hold on, Tiger.
Certainly acceptable. This again, a slow putt uphill, breaks to the right.
Are you kidding me?
What a way to finish this afternoon.
Good night.
Well, we talked about whether or not he wanted to hit the shot, Roger, and all he did was make a 2.
sleep on. Wow.
Sometimes words just don't get it done, Mike.
Got the driver again, Gary. We speculated on Thursday after he nearly hit it out of bounds that he should use less club.
A lot of players are taking 1-irons or 3-woods.
Well, he has taken
not
this
an issue.
one deep, right down the center.
And that is huge.
Wow. I've never seen anybody carry it where he carried that ball.
A lot of different ways he can play this shot. He can bring it in low, try to skip it back toward the hole, or he can hit it higher, try to carry it all the way back there and get it to stop. Safer shot, hit it low. Yep, that's just what he did. Skipped
There's
it
a way
right
to
back
answer a
to it.
bogey.
Tiger to get back to 9 under. The lead is now back to 4. Tiger's tee shot on the way.
He has pulled it left, Gary. Needs a friendly kick.
He didn't get it, Mark. That is in the deep stuff.
Don't want to hit over club here, guys.
No, 135 yards to the front edge. I'm sure that's the number he has in mind.
Needs to get up.
Well, that's some very thick rough right in front of the green.
This is a good lie.
It's not bad. It's pretty much the same kind of lie he had up in the second shot area. Just needs to concentrate on releasing the club. Harnevik wasn't able to do that.
Well, it's a beautifully played shot, but it's still some 7 or 8 feet past the hole. It leaves a downhill left to right breaking putt. A very difficult putt for a par, Mark Rolfing.
Well, Gary, it's certainly not a putt he can be aggressive with, because if he hits it firm, it could run a good 4 or 5 feet by. It is going to break to his right. So I would think he'll try and get it out there maybe 6, 7 inches and just kind of let it die to the hole.
Don't you think, Gary, he's got to really commit to whether he's going to nurse it down there and dribble it in or go ahead and take a chance and be aggressive?
Yes, I agree, John. He has to commit. He hit it firmly. Continues to just pour those putts right in the heart.
No problem here, although it is headed a little right.
That's a good one. Get a nice little friendly hop. So that's a gutsy shot after hitting it in the ocean to be able to hit it down there where maybe, who knows, knowing Tiger will probably make eagle from there and make a routine par.
238 yards to the hole.
And trying to get it up and down from this distance for
How's it
par.
look, Mark?
It is just left of the flag and needs to get up.
It's up.
Well, still a chance for a 5, but should make 6 at the worst.
Those are 2 pressure shots after going in the ocean, I'll tell you that. Seagulls are having a party.
So, looks like it'll be a bogey for Tiger Woods, and a 6 looks very good after what happened back at the tee. So Tiger Woods now for bogey. follows up the 65 with a 69.
Is this exciting for you at all? I mean, or is this just business as usual? It doesn't matter where we are or what tournament we're in?
I wouldn't necessarily say it's exciting. It's more grinding than it is exciting because you're working pretty hard out there. You're trying to keep your emotions intact. You're trying to focus on what you need to do, stay in the present. You're trying to not have the huge highs and lows of emotions, and from that standpoint, you're working so hard on trying to keep everything together that you may lose sight of the fact that maybe it is exciting. But I'm just working pretty hard out there.
Bombs away, right down the center, high, towering tee shot.
That's a laugher. Another 300-plus yard drive, I would imagine.
Wind's still strong from the right. Almost feels like it's coming back against the players slightly.
Yesterday, he did miss the green to the right, which you don't want to do with this right hole location. A lot of room left, Tiger.
6 iron.
How's it look, Rog?
Best ball's at the center of the green, John. The wind moving it just to the left side.
Come on.
Yeah, it's going to come off that hill, Tiger. Smart shot. Sort of a golden bear shot, Roger.
On the right side of the hole. This putt now downhill will move to his right. And I think usually turns a little bit more than the players realize from here. But pace is really the key issue. Should move to the right. I'm going to say, maybe a 1.5 to 2 feet. This looks good.
Right in the middle.
Dangerous tee shot, though, huh, Gary?
Well, it is, John. You've got the fairway bunker down the left-hand side. You've got heavy, thick rough down the right. You've got Stillwater Cove if you happen to blow it way right.
I mean, it's the same shot Westwood did with his distance. He's going to land on the beach down there.
Interestingly, the fairway is adequately wide. It's probably 27, 28 yards in width, but the fairway has, through 2 rounds, been the second most difficult to hit.
I think it's the elevated tee again, that by the time it gets down, the wind influence, it's hard to hit, and you know how important it is to hit it.
You're the man! Tee shot going to the right. Right rough.
Setting up big time.
Just trying to get this ball on top. It's headed a little left.
Oh, what a lie.
That has found that very long grass around the bunker, just as he did at number 3.
And no stance at all.
Oh. Talk about another bad break.
You have to grip it right on the metal, huh, guys? You can't build a stance either.
Well, I'm telling you what, this is absolutely brilliant, Johnny. Wow. Brilliant play there.
He likes that one. Doesn't look like he's playing a lot of break, Gary. Roger.
Unbelievable.
Pretty good up and in there.
How many times can you say it? How many different words can you use to describe it?
Aiming right, starting it right. Wonderful again. That was a sand wedge. We haven't seen any wedges in about an hour. And you can tell from Tiger's slacks, the wind has really died. It's not a difficult birdie putt. And this is not a difficult game for that young man.
On the tee at the 9th.
It's a tough tee shot, hook wind. You just got to commit to aiming the right edge of the fairway and let the wind be your friend.
It's taking it down the right side, John, and not really curving back much to the left, but should be okay. Should be right center.
It's okay.
Really on a severe downslope, though.
This shot very high, going to the center of the green. That is well played. Number 12, guys.
Yeah. Boy, that was made mincemeat out of this hole. Perfect flight.
And the lead is 9.
Watch how hard he hits this. He's having fun about right now. Whoa.
This ball turning left to right. John, this should be really good.
It is.
But he might be going right at the pin. Maybe he thinks, hey.
He's taking a big swing, and this is going at the right side of the green. This looks good. He's carried it up on the green. My goodness, what a shot.
See if it stays there. Oh. Okay, Raj, it's a beauty, but a tough putt up over the top of that knob. Yep, it's great. It's great to watch. We said that about a lot of players in our lifetime, Roger, whether it was Arnold Palmer, that was, wow, that's the nuts, Arnold Palmer. And then came along Jack Nicklaus, and, you know, Watson was there. It's great to see this. We've waited a while, Roger, to have someone raise the bar.
Up the slope. What a putt.
Pretty well judged.
He'll put some good pace on this.
To 8 under.
This ball just right of the hole. Looks like the wind's standing it up a little bit. Front bunker.
Pretty good leave. Little uphill, maybe inside right?
Yes, inside right or split the right edge, depending on pace.
It's just been outstanding on this back 9 at Pebble. His last bogey came at the 10th. And again, that's one of the more difficult holes here at Pebble.
back in the stance. Look at that punch. And that was an interesting little swing there, Roger.
Played a more lofted club than I thought he might, but has got the ball safely back in play.
It's going out into the center of the green and short. Not a very good shot.
This is up shooting badly.
Yeah, that'll probably roll off the green. Maybe. There it goes. Pinehurst special.
Oh, this looks really good.
18 holes left for Tiger Woods in his quest to be crowned the 100th U.S. Open champion. And with a 10-shot lead, here's he's on his way.
And when you won the Masters, you went into the final round with a 9-stroke lead. Was there anything that you learned from that experience that you'll take with you into tomorrow, because you will have the largest lead, final round lead in the history of the U.S. Open?
Well, it's the same thing. You just need to go out there and play one shot at a time. It comes down to that simple basics, and I need to go do that. I did that in '97. I stayed in the present and worked my butt off all day and got myself a jacket. Now tomorrow I need to go out there and grind away, and hopefully I can come out on top.
And from Windermere, Florida, Tiger Woods.
65, lowest U.S. Open round ever here at Pebble Beach, followed by the 69, then the 71. The lead is 10, largest ever at this point in an Open.
Beautiful swing. Main thing he's working on today is focus, concentration, stay in the present, and keep the ball underneath the hole. Back right hole location. I'm sure Tiger today with this kind of lead, 10 shots, got to be playing for the middle of the greens. Underneath and middle.
Solid as ever.
Perfect shot. I mean, probably within a foot of where he was aiming. What's he, just 3 or 4 inches outside left here?
Yes, not as much break here, but it is a slow putt.
He's been making almost every one of these this week. Didn't break, Raj.
It was a good stroke, John. I'm surprised that ball didn't turn right. By all rights, it should have. Hit this ball very high, little right of Ernie Els line. This ball going left of the hole.
Pretty deep, spins back. Very safe and well thought out shot. How about it?
Yeah, that was that inch we were talking about. Dangerous hole right here. This is a shot that there is some trouble up here.
He's hit it very, very high, Johnny, at the very, very left edge of the green.
Oh, that is perfect line, Roger. The trademark pulling up the sleeve, see the left sleeve, and all the kids have copied that. I go to all these college tournaments and they all pull the sleeve, you know, the shoulder up so it has a fold. You know, they just, everything he does, they're copying now. They all taking a flail at it, just like Tiger.
He's got that magical hold on the game across the world.
Putt's pretty speedy, Roger.
It is very quick, Johnny.
Looks like he hit it softly. See if it keeps chasing in there, but.
Well, that's from about 4 feet, maybe just a little bit more than that. I don't think he'll do a whole lot. I think you got to try to keep it inside the hole on the left.
You ever seen any better scoring conditions than today?
This is perfect, Johnny. It doesn't get any easier than this.
Scoring.
Somebody's ringing a bell out there in the bay.
There's that shoulder he does on Gary. Both of them are up.
Yeah, well, I guess that means this one's really going far, John.
Yep, you just got to be careful not to launch it right. The ocean, the beach there at Stillwater Cove is in play. Wow.
This one isn't going right, John.
Never driven it better, has he, guys?
Wow, that is really deep. And against the slight wind, I might add, from the right. 211 to the hole, only 190 to the front edge.
Tough line, Roger. Got to hit it right over the edge of the cliff right here. It's a blind shot.
This is a 5-iron.
5-iron.
This ball is hanging out to the right just a little bit, trying to turn back. Well, bounces right. I don't know if that stayed in the grass or got in the bunker.
I think it stayed in the grass, Roger. This is going to be another one of those very awkward lies. Wow, that came out very quickly. Safely in, great up and down, great save. And the lead remains at 8.
This is a great driving exhibition, John.
Tiger's second.
That's from 125, just 115 to the front edge. Just kind of a flick of a wedge for him. This is well left of the hole toward the center of the green.
What an advantage, though, to be able to play a wedge second shot to a 446-yard par 4.
This looks good here.
Yes, sir. Tiger Woods to 9 under par, and the par string is broken.
This is a 5-iron.
Think this might go high, Raj?
Real high. Just a towering shot, Johnny, at the center of the green. What a beautiful looking golf shot.
Advantage Tiger. It's a tough read, isn't it, Roger, for anybody?
It really is. It's a putt that has to be remembered, John, really.
If you get it outside the hole, if I remember right, that second half does not move left.
Correct.
Oh, my goodness. Double digits.
Are there any questions? That Tiger knew exactly what that putt did.
There is the historic figure, double digits under par for just the second time in an Open. As we pick up the action again at the 13th.
I think it's time to start letting the big gun go.
Want to avoid the bunkers on the right. You can play out of the bunker on the left. That looks like it's left.
Sand iron, this ball going right at the flagstick. Wow.
Is this really happening? Is this really happening?
Play some golf, young man. This is fun to watch.
Started this ball well left. It is cutting, but I don't know on that line if it'll stay in the fairway with his length.
Yeah, it didn't even roll. It's right in the left center, Roger. It's perfect.
Well, Tiger now, 281 to the hole, 263 to the front edge. He's got an iron, but I can't believe he's trying to knock it down the green from here with an iron. I believe this is got to be somewhat of a layup. It is. Just putting the ball down the fairway on the left-hand side.
Did he get it all?
No! Needs to get up maybe just a shade. No, this is real good.
Perfect leave right underneath the hole.
So, chance for his fourth birdie on this front nine, on this back nine.
I would imagine this is going down also, Raj.
You'd have to think.
And yet more history by Tiger Woods. 12 under in an Open.
What a back nine he's having, huh, Roger?
Well, this now going just slightly to the right.
And it will stay in the intermediate cut of rough.
This ball jumped big time. Big time. This is out of here.
Perfect lie.
Once again, it appears as though the ball's sitting up.
How about that flag, huh?
One of the few times he really just kind of hit it in the spot. He couldn't do much with it.
How about it? Oh, my goodness. You see that look of determination when that ball went in the hole?
Roger?
This is a 4-iron, John, and he's pulled this ball. It's going just slightly left of the green.
This is not a good break right here. He's just got enough where it went slightly on the downslope, huh, Roger? And he's going to be tough to stop it.
It did, and it's a little below his feet as well, so this will make it a little tougher to stop it.
He's
tougher
got
to get altitude on it.
You almost like play an on-purpose push. Look where he's aiming. His body and everything's at the left edge of the green, and then he'll sort of just push it over to the right.
Oh, he caught that awfully good, John.
Look at this.
Look at this. Oh, my.
Thought we were going to see another great drama at 17 and opens past. Just a formality, the par at 17, and that sets up the drama at the par 5 18th.
Probably rip it though.
Shot, Tiger. Beauty, mate.
Good looking play.
On his way to his third major championship in a gallery which has sensed the moment for quite some time, has waited a long time for this. Only question, will it be a new U.S. Open scoring record total? Again, needs a birdie to break the mark.
Yeah, it's not an easy layup, is it, Roger? It never is.
Well, no, it depends just how far you want to try to get it up the neck, and the further you try to get it up the neck, the narrower it becomes.
And the worse angle on that hole location.
Absolutely. If you leave it further back and further left, you'll have a much better angle at this hole. 280 yards to the hole. I'm sure he's going to try to leave himself a shot of, in the area of 100 yards. And this just fine, right in the center of the fairway.
Well, we've been digging up the records in this championship, but perhaps the most impressive is going to be the record margin of victory for any major championship. Before today, it was 13 shot victory in the British Open back in 1862 by old Tom Morris, 138 years ago in just the third British Open played. Put it even further perspective, golf hadn't even begun in this country back then.
Well, for years they said it would never be that another dominant player like the likes of even Watson, of course, Nicklaus, and the great players of the past, but he's here, and it's now. Well, Roger, what do we have?
123 yards left of the hole, John, and this is, well, not a full pitching wedge for him, just a nice one.
Just slightly open. See that flag out the back there? See, it's just fluttering this way a little bit. Barely. Alright. Feel the distance now.
Well, it's not a bad wind direction for this whole location. It's blowing a little into and to the right. You get hit right at the pin and come down softly.
This shot a little left of the hole, needs to get down a little bit, it looks like.
They'll have a crack at another record. And let the Tiger Woods coronation begin officially in front of the fans at 18. .36-hole scoring record tied earlier. 54-hole score to par record. 36-hole lead, biggest ever. 54-hole lead, biggest ever. 72-hole lead, the best. 72-hole score to par. Ties other champions as being a wire-to-wire finisher. Question is he going to be 12 under or 13 under? And that championship trophy awaits.
The only player we saw all day make this putt was Nick Faldo, who was leading in putting going into the day. And he does pretty much, I think, what Tiger figures it will, go right about, what, a foot, Roger?
Yes, John, maybe even just a shade more than that.
Well, he made the great par save at 16, Roger, and the unbelievably good bunker shot at 17. So we might as well do 18 equally well.
Is there one more record left in his magic putter?
It just carried a little too much speed, otherwise it would have gone in. You can see now it's actually behind the hole and a little to the right. So he had the right line, Roger, a little too hard.
So he needs this for the 272 scoring total, which would tie the record. Record shared by Jack Nicklaus and Lee Janzen.
It's inside right edge and solid.
And Tiger Woods is the 100th U.S. Open champion in history. A remarkable week by a remarkable player. Tiger Woods heading down with Trey Holland, about to be crowned the Open champion at the 18th at Pebble.
Please join me in welcoming the 2000 United States Open champion, Mr. Tiger Woods.
Well, for those of you who've been watching at home and those people here at Pebble Beach, rest assured this course is nowhere near as easy as Tiger Woods made it look the last 4 days. Is it safe to assume that there's no more gear that you could kick it into?
Man, I played really well today, and all week I made those big putts, and that's what it boiled down to. I drove the ball beautifully all week, hit a lot of good iron shots, but more importantly, I made all those big par putts.
You have long been a student of this game, not only a practitioner. Can you talk a little bit about the significance of winning the 100th U.S. Open championship at this beautiful venue?
You know, coming into this event, you know, that's what I had in mind, and this is the well, I'm honest.
It doesn't always work out that way, though, does it?
No, it doesn't. But you know, today and all week, you know, I was telling Stevie walking up 18. I said, you know, I've had a sense of calmness that I haven't had in a while. Very reminiscent to how I played at Augusta in '97. I felt very tranquil, very calm, even amidst, I guess, the stormy conditions yesterday. I still felt very peaceful inside, and you know, for some reason, no matter what happened out there, I was able to keep my cool and my composure and focus 100% on each and every shot.
Like many people watching, I'm sure, your dad taught you the game of golf. Today, of course, is Father's Day. Your dad's not here, but I'm going to make a wild guess and say that I'll bet you he's watching. Any thoughts you'd like to share with him today?
Well, it's not too bad a Father's Day present, is it?
I don't think so. Tiger Woods, congratulations, the 2000 U.S. Open champion.